A sharp blade and a good understanding of the mechanics will greatly enhance your enjoyment and success when learning to use hand planes. However, for best results, it's also important to learn how to read the grain of the board. In most boards, planing in one direction will result in a nice smooth surface, while planing in the other direction may result in a rough surface full of torn out fibers. We call this tear out, and it's something we try to avoid when using a hand plane. In most cases, tear out can be avoided or remedied by paying attention to the grain direction in the board. Just like the hair on your head or the fur on a dog's back, wood grain has a distinct direction. If we plane in the direction of the grain, you can see how we'll just lay those fibers down. However, if we go in the wrong direction and plane against the grain, you can see how we will lift the fibers up. Planing against the grain is what causes those fibers to tear out. In most boards, reading the direction of the grain isn't too terribly difficult. In most cases, all you have to do is look at the adjacent face of the board to know which direction to plane in. If we take a look at the board in the vise, when we look at this face, we can see that this grain runs uphill, up at an angle this way. So if we think about that as fur on an animal and the way that that fur is running, that would tell us that we're going to plane from this direction to this end. If we look at the edge of the board, the grain is running from low here uphill that way. So that means we're going to plane the face of the board in this direction. Take a look at the face grain on this board. Which way would you say you would want to plane the edge of this board? Did you guess that it would be planed in both directions? As you can see, from this end of the board, the grain rises, moving from left to right until we hit about this point here. However, this way, the grain rises from right to left. So in fact, this board would need to be planed in this direction along the edge until we hit this midpoint where the grain changes direction. And we would want to plane in this direction again until we hit the point where the grain changes direction. Planing from end to end is likely going to result in tear out on this portion of the edge. And if we plane in the other direction, it's likely going to result in tear out on this portion of the edge. So our best bet here is going to be to plane in from both ends towards the area where the grain changes direction. Here's another similar board. Take a look at this one and see if you can figure out where the grain changes. Ignoring the knot on this end, the grain, for the most part, runs uphill until we hit right around here. And what we notice is we have a little imperfection here that was probably a knot or something growing out, maybe a branch growing out of the tree around this area. So the grain has actually grown around it. So what we have is grain that runs uphill from this end of the board to about here, but the grain changes direction and flows uphill from here to that inflection point, and actually flows uphill again in the other direction from here towards this end. So we have two changes of direction here. One that occurs right around this point, and another that changes right around here. As long as you're planing with the grain, things should go well for you most of the time. Of course, there's always going to be exceptions to the rule because wood is a natural material and it doesn't always do what we think it's supposed to do, as noted by some of these examples where we do see changes in grain direction along a single board. Sometimes a knot in the board will cause the grain direction to change. Sometimes there will be internal tension within the board that causes the grain direction to change. Sometimes the grain just grew kind of swirly and interlocked due to environmental factors when the tree was growing. When you're getting areas of tear out, there are a few remedies you can try. The first and most important is going to be to resharpen the blade. 90% of the time, resharpening the blade solves almost all problems you might be having with your hand plane. When you resharpen the blade, try to put the cap iron as close to the edge of the blade as you can. In addition to resharpening the blade, you can try changing direction. As we noted with some of these boards, sometimes the grain just changes direction in the middle of the board. You may have to plane in from both ends towards the center. You may have to plane from the center of the board outwards towards the ends. You're not going to be able to plane every single board from end to end and get perfect results all the time. You're going to run into these situations where the grain does change. Another thing you can do if you're having problems with tear out is to take a lighter cut. Thinner shavings don't have the strength that a thick shaving has, and therefore tend to break off before they get a chance to tear out. So try taking a lighter cut. And if you've tried resharpening, taking a lighter cut, changing direction, putting the cap iron as close to the edge as you can, and you're still having problems with tear out, don't fret. Sometimes it's just easier to use a different tool or technique. Remember, wood's a natural material, and sometimes you just get a squirrely board that really doesn't want to be planed. In these situations, there's no shame in switching to a card scraper or a sander to get the job done.